Hello and welcome to Home Gupshup. As July comes in, it brings with it the realization that we have been halfway through the year of 2024. For me, I was in for a small surprise, or should I say shock, that are we really halfway through the year? I have so much more to do. Which reminds me of my corporate days where July used to be very important as it meant it was the time for a mid-year review. Between these thoughts, I decided to do a mid-year reset and have a self-checklist of all the areas of my home and prepare for the next 6 months. Do you think a reset is necessary from time to time? I will start with something easy first. I somehow allowed myself to get drawn back into the world of social media without realizing it, and I started scrolling more than I should have. I will therefore just set a screen time for any app that I feel should be less used. You simply have to find it in the settings. It's also possible to set a screen distance so that the phone alerts you each time you hold the phone too close to your face. Since I am a housewife, it's imperative that I constantly update the spaces in which I spend the majority of my time. This reset is also required. Given how long it has been, I had also considered replacing the frames. However, rather than purchasing new ones, I'll just bring the old posters back for a fresh look in the room. A reset doesn't always have to be an expensive affair, right? Since the budget is a significant component of reviews everywhere, I thought, why not our houses as well? Maybe this is the season of love. Let's move on to the little things that in the rush of daily life are frequently forgotten. Beautiful crockery must be a favorite of many of you. But how many of us are actually able to use everything? I think it's a waste of resources to save them for special occasions like hosting. Rather, I like to rotate everything every few months, moving the items that are in the cupboards or at the back to the front. This rotation helps bring a nice change, and I use everything I own this ways. I decided to reach out for those far off corners of my pantry and quickly glance through the items which needed attention. Even though cleaning and organizing is an ongoing activity, we all miss out on certain areas which are out of sight for long. Since we are in the middle of the year and festivities are soon approaching, to me it seems like a good idea to quickly fill up everything that we could need in the coming months. For instance, refilling the nuts in the nut bottles. I believe August marks the beginning of festivals and it's only wise to stay prepared for it ahead of time. I think this channel has been all about celebrating these joyous occasions. Also storing some rose petals for garnish and a little bit of pista as well. I believe this much is sufficient for the both of us. Small things are the one which take the longest to find if not organized properly. And so I always give even the smallest of the items in my home a home. But sometimes these items go on a trip and they all party in this basket until I fly them back home, removing the expired sachets and keeping the rest organized neatly. Another thing has been a continuous journey of removing plastic containers slowly with time. I've been able to remove a few more of the outdated ones. How delightful it is to always be updating the jars and cabinets. I read some time back that in order to build some new habits, we can build some cues around our current habits. Habit stacking is really helpful, where one habit acts as a cue or a reminder to do another. In this mid-year reset, I wanted to build some habit for myself which would help me focus on myself and not just the home. So it occurred to me that just 2 minutes are enough to get started. I decided to spare 2 minutes while boiling the milk, eggs, water, or simply while making tea to quickly do a few stretches for my hands, shoulders, and neck. As simple as this may seem, this habit really helps our body. So my cue is making tea in this case to quickly do the stretches. What are your thoughts on this method of creating habits? Self-care is of utmost importance, my friends, and every action, no matter how small, must be taken in this direction. As a homemaker, in this day and time, I'm thankful for all the conveniences we have at our disposal, be it the juicer that blends my favorite smoothie in a minute, or the delivery services which let me order my favorite items at my doorstep. It's a combination of all these things which make homemaking such a lovely experience. Are we truly appreciative of all these comforts today? I quickly took an account of everything in the pantry. This small step or habit makes for a much organized kitchen and cooking sessions. I'm surely going to be more mindful and thankful of all my possessions which make every day so easy and beautiful for me. I had a box full of knickknacks, and I would surely encourage one and all to go through such long lost corners of their homes and find the unnecessary things. For me, it was some takeaway spoons and similar items. When I got married and I was setting my home for the first time, I remember I was really into finding small mini spoons for my spices. Back then, I had no idea about wooden spoons and my love for wood. Later, of course, I realized and found many wooden spoons along the journey. My box of collected treasure over time.
Now my skin glows and it shines like glue. I'm pretty without you, pretty without you, pretty without you, pretty without you. I get my beauty sleep without you. No more nicotine turning my head.
Since Since we are here in this room, let us continue with a quick scan of the plants. It's okay even if you don't cover your complete plant collection. Look around and pick up at least 5 plants which need your attention. Although this is not something I do once a year, maybe more times a year, but this time of the year serves as a reminder to quickly remove the dried out leaves, fix the soil if necessary, remove the dead stems, and provide for necessary support to the plant. These green babies will be very, very grateful to you.
I'm so beautiful without you. Now my nails can grow and I bought new shoes. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Feeling lonely was hard, but it was all for the better.
Reset of the home is as important as a reset for ourselves, our mindset, and maybe even our habits. Today, apart from all the little things that I covered which are home related, I also wanted to pay special attention to how important it is to re-evaluate the past 6 months, and along with that, weave a few new habits into our system. For me, I realized that my screen time had gone up, so I quickly set a limitation on that. I also wanted to set aside 2 minutes in between my home chores to do my stretches. And above all, keep the home in an organized fashion to make my life easier in the second half of the year.
I'm so beautiful without you. Now my skin glows and it shines.
Do let me know in the comments if you found this video as a motivation to reset your home and weave some habits into your routine. Until next time, here's Home Gupshup signing off.